Welcome back to the channel. Racer X here. Today I want to put a video together about something that has been on my mind for a while. I put other content out about this in the past, but it just has been getting worse and worse. So I want to just kind of bring some stuff to your attention today. And vehicle thefts, I mean, they are just absolutely out of control right now. I have lots of examples of this. Matter of fact, several of the cars that I have featured on my channel before have been stolen in like the last week and a half. And I have all sorts of messages coming in on Instagram right now. Hey, Racer X, my Scatpack just got stolen. My Hellcat just got stolen. I have several examples I will show you of this. It is a huge bummer, but one thing is absolutely glaring right now is vehicle thefts are absolutely out of control right now. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So today we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you some other examples. It should be an interesting little video. If you're new to my channel, please do me a big gigantic favor. Consider subscribing, guys. Only 22% of you guys watching at home are subscribers to my channel. I know you watch my content, so get notified when my stuff comes out. It really does help the channel, and off we go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Now, before I get on with the video, I do just want to give a huge shout out to our buddy Jay Leno. No, I don't know him personally, but if you are a car enthusiast, you have to know who he is. Obviously, he had his own late night talk show host for a really long time. But one of the biggest car enthusiasts out there was a garage fire. He was seriously injured. And man, I just feel that to my core. So really my heart and my prayers go out to Jay Leno for a speedy recovery. What a terrible thing happened there. And man, what a bummer. So on we go with the video. So yes, I have done videos in the past talking about theft, specifically about Mopar, and it is unbelievable just how many of these are being stolen. But in the back of my mind, I kind of thought, well, maybe it's just certain cities, certain urban areas where it's worse. But I'm kind of finding out that that's not true at all. I've done all sorts of research online trying to figure out really what's going on in the past. And you're always getting things that show up. Oh, the Silverado. Well, they make, 50,000 times more Silverados than they do, Hellcats. But when you look at how many vehicles are produced compared to how many are actually stolen, guess what comes up at number one? The Hellcat. So I did actually find some information. Kelly Blue Book just a couple of months ago wrote an article about this very thing. Matter of fact, 3 of the top 5 cars are Mopars. When you talk about like the SRT or the Scatpack, and then both the Challenger Hellcat, which came in, I believe, at like 3 or 4, and then like the Charger Hellcat, which came in number 1 in terms of how many thefts per number of vehicles that were produced. And that is really the staggering thing to think about, because they really don't make that many Hellcats, but a vast majority of those cars are being stolen right now. We've even seen our buddy over at TK's Garage. He put out something a while back on how they do it. They've got a box they can put right on top of the car that not only unlocks the car, but it starts it. Who would have thought they would have come up with something like that? And then, of course, we've seen people come up with all sorts of innovative ways to steal these. But one thing seems to ring true. These cars are extremely, extremely sought out for just their parts or whatever it is. The thieves love Hellcats. It's almost to the point where you don't even want to take your car outside anymore, because it seems to be a case of not if, but when will your car be stolen. Here's an example. So things have really started hitting home for me, because I have been getting message after message on Instagram saying, Racer X, I have just had my Scatpack stolen. I don't know what to do. I'm beside myself. How am I going to get another car? Because cars are like record prices. Dealerships are completely gouging people. I mean, how am I supposed to replace this, even if the insurance company gives me a little bit more money for the car? It's like I can't even go out and hardly buy one. You can't hardly even find them. They're just not making very many of them. It really puts us in a tough position. And a little while back on my channel, I had someone reach out to me on Instagram and say, hey, listen, Racer X, I really want to buy a wide-body Scatpack in blue, and I just happen to have a really good relationship with several dealers in the Dallas area. So I reached out and I actually helped this guy find a car, and he went and he he actually bought it from the dealership, and he was so grateful that I was able to help him find the exact car that he wanted. He was ecstatic, over the moon, and then I went ahead and filmed a video with him. His name is Pete. Really nice guy. Some of you guys may remember that video, but helped him find his car. We took a drive. I showed him how to kind of, some different ways to drive the car, all sorts of stuff like that. Had a really, really good time. Let's go say hi to Pete, and let's check out his brand new, beautiful ride. I'm actually pretty excited. I've not seen it yet. Well, guess what? Pete has arrived. Check it out. There is his brand new Charger wide body 392 Scat Pack. Hey, buddy, what do you think? What do you think about this, your new car, man? Are you very pleased with it? Yes?
I'm in love.
Dude, I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so happy for your family. And man, I'm really glad that I could help out just a little bit, right? Just a little to help you find the right car. And who knew that, you would reach out to me and that I'd be able to help you a little bit and that things would come together the way they did. But I'm really happy that they did. So,
yep.
Lo and behold, last week he calls me and he says, Racer X, guess what? I took my car to work, big mistake. It was in a secure garage, all that good stuff, and it is now stolen. Somebody has taken it. And then the weirdest thing is it was pinging all over the place. They were using things like the Sirius satellite radio to try and track it, different means by which to track the car. And it was pinging to some garage someplace that was in town. They had the police show up. And of course they opened the garage and it wasn't there. Then Sirius satellite radio had it pinging all the way down like south of Houston somewhere. Truth be told, I don't know how they're doing it. I just don't understand what in the world or what little tricks they're doing. It seems to be, they've got an answer for everything in terms of the anti-theft devices and all that kind of stuff. And they just really, really want these cars bad. And I am so beside myself for him that his beautiful blue Scat Pack is now gone. And he doesn't even know what direction to turn. But the chances of them finding that car, especially finding the car undamaged and not in 1,000 pieces, are next to none. And I absolutely hate that for him. And that is a huge bummer. So just the other day, I got a phone call from my good buddy, Daniel. Now, Daniel has been on my channel several times. He is the owner of a beautiful red Demon, and we had lots of epic battles on the track. We raced in other cars as well. Truly an awesome guy and really a big Mopar enthusiast all around. And he was actually going to start his own business with his Demon. Took it in for service at the dealership there in Texas. And on a Sunday, middle of the day, someone showed up at the dealership and they managed to take it. They also took a TRX, they took a Trackhawk, and it's just a really, really sad situation. But I mean, you want to talk about a car that is impossible to replace. That is it. Imagine your Demon being stolen from a dealership where you took it in to have it serviced. I mean, what kind of phone call would that be? And that just shows you how incredibly invasive these thieves really are right now. As a matter of fact, he's offering a $25,000 reward for his beautiful red Demon. So I try to put some pictures up there to kind of give you guys from reference. It's going to be really, really hard to find, guys, but I really hope that he finds this car. It is very special to him. Like I said, it's basically irreplaceable, guys. They're not making the Demon anymore. They're not going to make it. And I am just really, really bummed for him. And like I said, these thefts have just become really to the point of just, they're out of control, guys. What else can you say? So if you think you've spotted Pete's Scat Pack or Daniel's Demon, I mean, just get a hold of me. Shoot me a message or whatever. If you're pretty certain that's what it is, if there's something that strikes suspicion, don't be afraid to call the authorities. I know for some people that's like a foreign concept, but I would absolutely love to see those guys get their car back at some point. It's just, such a hard pill to swallow. Now, I've talked about this before at length, And for whatever reason, these the Hellcats and the Scatpacks of the world, these big body Mopars, especially the Charger for some reason, they have just kind of become that brand of choice for like the thugs and the thieves out there. I hate that has happened because they are truly amazing cars. They are just an absolute target. I kind of equate Mopar almost to like the Raiders of like the 80s. Kind of the Raiders ever since the 60s have sort of been the bad boys of the NFL. And they just kind of got that reputation through various media outlets. Really, that's the truth of it. And I think the same kind of thing is happening with, with Mopar, because obviously in the NFL, all those guys are really tough. They're all really big. They're all really strong, but they had just a couple of guys out there that were just kind of mean and menacing and just didn't play very nice. And somehow that reputation got out there that the Raiders, they were kind of the bad boys of the league, and it has just kind of stayed that way for a long time. And for whatever reason, through various social media outlets or whatever it is, Mopar has kind of gotten that distinction as sort of the bad boys of the American auto enthusiast industry, however you want to look at it. I mean, that's what Mopar has become, and it's kind of a shame, because I really do love the big tire shredding power of what Mopar has to offer. I hate what's going on right now. So here is the unfortunate reality. If you are a Mopar lover, if you own a high horsepower Mopar, whether it be a Scatpack or whether it be a Hellcat, anything that's in that higher trim level, you just have to remember that you're a target, right? And I've talked about it in the past many times, but it is by far the worst it has ever been right now for just whatever reasons. Like I said, I mean, you draw your own conclusions in terms of why, that's fine. But the facts are what they are, guys. If you own a Hellcat and you're not very careful with it in terms of just putting it away every single night, I would highly recommend you go ahead and get some sort of an anti-theft device put on it. Heck, even passive systems like the club or whatever, anything you can do to help protect that car and deter thieves, you have to do it, guys. I mean, this is one of those things, you just have to, because I would hate for more of you guys to go out to your beloved car. I mean, we love these cars, guys. We love them with our heart. We don't buy them because they're practical. I've talked about it. We buy them because we love them. They make us happy and they're fun. It's a shame that they're stealing so many of them right now. So guys, be proactive. Put something in the car to help you track it at all times. There are lots of different companies out there that offer stuff to do that. Spend a little bit of money for a little bit of peace of mind. Make sure you garage your car. Just keep tabs on it all the time. Sometimes that's about all you can do. And thieves are figuring out ways, even when you do stuff like that, to take them, guys. I hate this. It's just part of what we're going through right now as a car community, guys. So anyway, I'd love to hear what you think about this in the comments down below. Let's band together as a community to try and put it to a stop as much as we can. I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.